Hey guys, it's me, Infant Gamer. Well, you really, it's a new video, so you can't really call me a gamer anymore. But, who cares? If you see us pausing, this is someone else's work. Please don't sue me. Don't get rid of my video. I just want to talk about this. So, I deleted a review of a Toy Story 1, and then it got blocked, and so I made an Ice Age review, and I said that this might work, but instead of Toy Story 1, and then it got blocked as well. Yeah. But let's go back before I made that deleted Toy Story video. Before I made that Toy Story review, I had two selections. I was actually watching the Animal Farm 1999 movie, just in case I was going to review this on my channel. I actually own the book, but it doesn't really matter since I seen the film, the 1999 film, and it told me literally everything about the book. And so that's why if you've never seen this or heard of this, I'm gonna tell this to you. I'm gonna tell you what it is. But first, I'm just gonna talk about the fact that I was watching it before I made my Toy Story review, and it was actually gonna be one of my picks for a video, but then Toy Story showed up in my mind, and I just forgot about it. And so now I made the video that I want to make for a while, I guess. And so I finally made it. The Animal Farm review. So we're gonna go into let's just go into three categories, because I can only think of three categories. Okay, so first one I'm gonna think of is the story. Okay, so the story of Animal Farm, I kind of want to show it out for you, but it's like long. And if you don't know the story, then I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it for you. But hey, that's how reviews go. I was gonna like show the movie, but then I thought, nah, that give me my video blocked. So I decided to just use an image from the book. Anyways, let's start the story. Basically, the 1999 film story is just like the book story. And yeah, that's really much into it. Anyways, let me just get started with the story. So anyways, there's this farmer. Who cares? There's this farmer. His name was Farmer Jones, and he owned this farm. The farm used to be good, well, the animals used to live in like paradise. It was going great. Until Jones discovered alcohol. He became too addicted to it. And so that led him into becoming an official drunk and not really treating his farm with the same respect as he used to treat it with. Now he abused the animals, he gives them less food, and he's basically just a jerk. Basically, he doesn't care for animals, and and when he's drunk, is fine of throwing bottles at them if if they're in his way. Anyways, there's this giant pig thing called Old Major. Yeah, Old Major. And he thinks that we should that the no not we should that the animals should fight back, rebel against the farmers for the cruelty they have to go through with this guy. And basically that's what they do. But before they can do that, Old Major dies. And because he was so old, and yeah. So he dies, and the sad thing happens. You see, Farmer Jones also has like a slaughter room. I guess it could make sense. And then we're showing this a scene in the movie where it shows Old Major, and then he chops his like head off and stuff. But we don't see it far away. We get close to it, so we don't actually like. It's not. We don't see blood or anything. But yeah, it's still kind of terrifying. But really, who cares? So after the death of their major, they think that they had enough. The animals get get the farmer out of the farm, and all is well. And then there's this white pig named Snowball, and he decides to become the new old major, and he takes care of the farm. He's basically like the boss around the place, but he's a good boss, and he helps aid the animals in the new war that was the farmers versus the animals. Basically, Farmer Jones was at a bar, and he found his friends, or I guess they're not really friends, but they're just sort of friends of his, I guess you could say that, to get their guns and go straight to the farm to end this. But I guess the animals are good at, they've been like training or something, because they like destroy the farmers and they're dried out of the farm again. But then there's this new pig. There's other pig. His name is hey anyways, sorry guys, I was just distracted by noise. Um anyways, back to what I was talking about. So yeah, basically Napoleon's like, excuse me a second. JT, will you stop interrupting my video? Sorry about that. That noise was JT, my brother. Anyways, let's get back to business. Well, I wouldn't really call it business. I would just call it a review. Anyways, back to the story. So, basically, Napoleon wants to become the new leader, and the new leader has some sort of power where the animals believe him, even if he does something bad. He also has his henchman, who was named Squealer, who basically just helps him with it. And yeah, basically this is also this dog that gives birth to these puppies, and then they train the puppies to become guard dogs. And then whatever animal betrays them, or like betrays the rules, has to be sentenced to death. Things only get crueler when they keep changing. Like when Napoleon and Squealer keep changing the rules, and just it's just horrible. And then Napoleon and Squealer start acting like humans. And then one of the dog in the film, and he oh no she has noticed that Napoleon is about to become the new Farmer Jones, and she ain't having that. But she can't go fight against them. Oh, also there's their side horse named Boxer, who dies, and then like probably the most savage move a person could do ever, or just an animal or anything really. Squealer says that he'll be going to a hospital, and he's had hard work. He's been working so long. And when they close the van, no, not the van, the truck, they close the doors, it reveals that is a glue factory. Oh, and it's also a horse boiler. So Squealer is probably like, oh my gosh, he's the best side character ever. But also I hate him because he killed off a character. Jesus. It's like they don't care about someone dying. But whatever. Basically, something goes wrong. His friend, rejects working with Napoleon, the friend of Farmer Jones. And so Napoleon just falls, and the farm is in ruins, but the animals escape at the last second, so they don't have to be treated like crap anymore. After realizing that Boxer's been sent away to the glue factory. Which is really, it's so disturbing and sad. Boxer worked so hard, and he was the best character, and to see him just get killed off like that, it's kind of, anyways, let's talk about the second most important thing, the animation. So, the animation, it's not bad, but I wouldn't say it's good either. For a live action film, it also looks like it has CGI and animatronics with it. Basically, they were going for live action, but since some of the animals couldn't do these things, they had to use other resources just to make it, add the extra graphics that were available at that time, trying to make it. The thing is, they really tried their hardest to make it as dark and realistic and grim as the George Orwell book. And it really shows. And I appreciate things that stay by the book. Sure, it made one new character that had a little plot with the story, but that's really the only difference. Everything else is like the story. Actually, before making this, my mom wanted me to read the book, but I was like, I already know it, and she was like, well, prove it. And then I told the whole plot. She didn't even want me to tell the whole thing, because I was just correct. But I'm not gonna shove it in her face too hard. I think she didn't know what's gonna happen. Basically, the animation is fine. I don't think it's bad, but I think it's good. Let's just move to the final two things. Let's just speed through the characters, actually. So, I got the pigs down. There's also Boxer. There's the dog. There's also the donkey, who is the friend of Boxer. There are, other animals as sheep, ducks, chickens, and the puppies. There's Farmer Jones and the other people. Oh, and there's, the friend of Farmer Jones, who is working with Napoleon, has two bratty twins that are both boys and a wife. And Farmer Jones also has his own wife. And yeah, basically, there's also, wait, who did I forget? Or is there? Excuse me, I think I forgot someone. No, I don't think I forgot anyone. I think that's really it. But who cares? It's a film about animals. Anyways, let's get to the final thing. The music. Since there's not actual songs, but it still has music. And I gotta say, I love the music. It just catches it. It has this dark feeling to it with the pounding beats with the opening of the film, and the satisfying music at the end of the film. It goes great. And it helps with the dark themes that it's kind of great to listen to. And I gotta say, if you're a fan of The Hunchback of Notre Dame, then you might actually like this. Hunchback of Notre Dame is also kind of a dark kid's film that has the most pounding, darkest music that you will ever hear. That will make you move around. It will make you love it. It's great. I like the music. It's probably one of my favorite parts of the film. There was also the 1954 release of this, And it's talked about more than the 1999 one. Because I really want to talk about that one. Because I love it more.